After you got into basketball, have you figured out what's your why? Like, why have you stuck with it, which ultimately resulted in you forming an organization so that you could run a business and be involved with youth basketball?
Yeah, I mean, I've just obviously I love what I do, and I do what I love, and I tell the younger generation to find your passion and get paid for it. Find what you love to do and get paid for it, and so that's basically, I work in the morning. I don't even call it a job. I go and hang around at the basketball courts and make sure that and my motto is that if they're in the gym, they're off the streets. And for me, that's huge, because if the kids are in the gym and they're getting exercise, then they're off the streets. And I've just always believed in that.
You know, say that statement one more time. If you love what you love what, say that one more time.
I love what I do, and I do what I love.
I love what I do. I do what I. It sticks out to me because that's on your summary on your LinkedIn page.
Yep. And that's, not a lot of people can get up in the morning and go to a job that, excites them. And don't get me wrong. I mean, there's struggles and stuff during the week and during the weekends with leagues and tournaments. But at the end of the day, if you treat people right and you show respect, it comes back around, tenfold.
100%. And I tell young people all the time that I'm all about purpose, find purpose, because when you find purpose, you wake up loving what you're doing, excited about the day. And that just gives you a whole different energy and a whole different experience. You filter the day completely different, as opposed to you're waking up and you begrudge it, right?
Absolutely, and I have a saying that you can get up in the morning and be pissed off at the world, or you can get up in the morning and conquer the world, and that's what I do. I get up every morning and I conquer the world.
Love it. I love it. Awesome. I love that 100%. That's rich. So, when did you form Just for Hoopin, and why did you form Just for Hoopin?
So I formed Just for Hoopin back in 2009. And I worked BCI for 25 years. And for those of you that don't know what BCI is, it's Basketball Congress International. And it was big out in the West Coast, what AAU was in the East Coast. So back in the day, before the shoe companies got involved, we had major tournaments in Arizona. We'd have 150 teams. We'd have the best players in the country out here. And without being, tied to a shoe contract, the best of the best were here. So that's how I got involved. And then my boss ended up passing away. He founded BCI. He passed away, and a gentleman from Dallas purchased BCI. He bought the name and moved it to Dallas. And I had just had a baby and a brand new son, and I wasn't interested in moving. I did get a phone call like 3 weeks later, and he said, "Hey, we can't do this without you." So I ended up living in a suitcase for the summer months and going to Dallas, going to El Paso, going to Colorado, and I loved it. But the main thing is that my son had to be with me. And so I did that for a year or so, and I just was here in Arizona, and I'm like, you know what, I'm going to start my own nonprofit, Just for Hoopin. And I was actually at the Mesa YMCA working as sports director there, and one of my guys at the Mesa YMCA, he created my logo for me. So that's how I got involved with it. So I stayed in the game, and and to this day I'm running leagues and tournaments.